Hello everyone! Can you see the box? Do you know what is that? Oh, happy day, happy day! This is an orchid haul. I find it a little bit strange that the box is of a different form than normal because I have already made some orders from them, and this is my preferred orchid nursery. This time I have ordered some phalaenopsis species and a cattleya. Okay, what do we have in the box? Well, this is, I think, an invoice. Ta-da! Well, it must have been a winter wrapping. It's just middle of April, and in Europe, well, it is still fresh. And here in Portugal, we have already the temperatures that we are not afraid of sending flowers, at least. Okay, so I have ordered some sphagnum moss. These are just 2 blocks of pressed sphagnum moss. And well, let's start to unwrap. This is Cattleya tropical pointer. I have ordered a flower which is of a flowering size. So let's see what size she's. Et voila. Well, I don't know. I expected a little bit bigger, but well, let's unwrap her and take a look at the roots. Okay, so we have one root with active fruit tip. The second one is going down to the medium. And I think we have one small new growth. The next one is Phalaenopsis Mary, big and dark. Actually, this Phalaenopsis was well, the reason to all this haul, because I have seen in Bumblebee's videos, she made a lovely presentation video of Phalaenopsis mariae, and when she said that it smells with like peeled mandarins, I said I have to have it. And so I started looking everywhere, and of course you will not send in one flower, so you will make an order of some flowers, because delivery costs are big enough. Well, okay, Mary is not is neither big, neither very small. Let's unwrap her and take a look at her roots. But I like already how shiny are the leaves. Okay, so we have one root sprouting. We have some roots climbing out from the pot. But in general, the plant is very healthy. Okay, next flower is Phalaenopsis bellina alba. When I was choosing plants to order, as I said, Mary was the reason to start this order. But then I wanted very much to buy Bellina and Violacea, the classical ones. And when I looked at Schwerter's internet site, they have no Bellinas. So I said, well, I will be waiting, maybe later on. And then one day I come and I can see that they have put as a new product variation alba. And I said, this is what I want. And so I have seen that it is in this section of the young plants. And well, that was the day, when I placed my order. Okay, so let's take a look at this young plant, which was announced 12 months to blooming. Well, she's really little. Well, so let's unwrap this little flower, and well, we will see her state. Well, really little. Well, what we have here, we have some growing root tips. And we have one black spot on a leaf. Well, the roots in the pot seems very good. Well, anyway, with Schwerter, you never have doubts. Next is Paphiopedilum, Modiae vinicolor. I was never inspired by Paphiopedilums. I don't know, I don't find them very beautiful, but well, it is interesting, but not beautiful, and I would never order it for myself. But my husband, when I was choosing the flowers, um, he said, "Oh, I love how does it go? Uh, I love slipper orchids." I said, "No." And so I started showing him the images, and just he pointed out the red one, and he said, "Oh, what a beauty!" Well, I just added it. This will be a very interesting experience. Now I have to read a lot about them. Okay, what beautiful leaves. She has really beautiful leaves. Okay, she got unwrapped. The pot is not transparent, so you cannot check the root system. Well, the leaves, well, leaves, they're just beautiful. And here is Phalaenopsis violacea cerulean Smith. I don't know what does it mean when they mark that it is crossed with herself. Does it mean that she can have some mutations? Well, have no idea. Anyway, I wanted a blue violacea, and this is, I hope, I will have. She was announced as 12 months to blooming size, and well, let's take a look what we will find there. Well, anyway, she's bigger than Bellina, which was announced too as 12 months to blooming size. Let's unwrap her. You know, my hands are shaking after all this failure with my orchids during this winter in semi-hydro. I'm completely lost. I don't know what to do, what to think, where, how to take care of orchids. You know, um, most of my orchids they got lost their roots, and I don't know if I should keep them in semi-hydro or should I report uh, to some bark. Really, I'm so lost that I don't know, the healthy plants that arrive, they make me, shriveling and stressing, and I don't know. I'm just afraid, of touching them. Now I have found one root um, that was trapped into the papers. Let's take her out. Gently, gently. Okay, so she's free now. And a surprise, surprise! Guys, look at it. This is a flower spike, and she was announced as 12 months to blooming size. Wow, while growing root tips. This root is, it seems like she used to be in the pot, in the medium. Okay, that's rather just healthy growing roots. Well, but that is the surprise, a flower spike. And this is the biggest package, Phalaenopsis hieroglyphica. It was listed in the section of young plants, although it was marked as flowering size. But well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. The package, at least it is heavy enough. Oh my God. I have never expected this. Actually, I haven't imagined at all the size of Phalaenopsis hieroglyphica. And but this is, wow, I'm speechless. I have to be extra careful because with my shaking hands, with my excitement, I can make some stupid things. I'm afraid even to keep her vertical, it seems to me that the leaves they are going to break. Okay, I can see some roots which are outside the pot, so I'm cutting just little by little. Well, the beauty of this flower, the size, it cuts the respiration, you know. Okay, the last cut. Wow. I think that I will need to report her soon because, well, she definitely is not stable in her pot. And, well, let's take a look at her root system. Perfect, healthy roots. And how many of them? Can you see all these growing tips? It makes eternity that I haven't seen any. Okay, and now it's a family photo. So once again, this is a phalaenopsis mariae, phalaenopsis bellina variation alba, Paphiopedilum modiae vinicolor, phalaenopsis violacea cerulea Cruz-Smith, Laeliocattleya tropical pointer, and the biggest surprise from Schwerter, phalaenopsis hieroglyphica. Well, this is it. Let's go for growing. And I wanted to show you how my orchids received from Schwerter doing now, 2 months later. I have to say that, well, it is a pleasure really to have a good, healthy plants because even after 2 months, you know, after all the transportation and repotting, they felt nothing, and well, I'm totally happy with them. So let's start with Phalaenopsis bellina alba. I think that all of them, they're growing outdoors, and until now we didn't have very how to say elevated temperatures, and so maybe this is why they were not how to say growing their flower spikes. So she has the same flower spike. She has a small leaf that starts growing. The black spot didn't develop, so didn't develop further, and well, so in totally she's happy, I think. So she continues growing its root here, and well, you can see in the pot inside the growing root tip. Yeah. Phalaenopsis mariae. She just continued growing her leaf, I think. The roots are, where have I seen this? Yeah. Up. Yep. I can see the growing root tips. Although one root on the top
she has dried, and I can see that she has started producing something. Can you see between the roots? What is that? I cannot tell yet. I hope it will be a new root. I have reported her because she had plenty of roots who were just going out of the pot, and well, there is nothing much to tell. After reporting, I have seen that the smallest leaf was laying down on the bark, so I just put a packing peanut for not rotting it. And this is the Paphiopedilum Modier vinicolor. I would really like to check its roots, but well, the pot is not transparent, and recently, well, I have seen next to the surface somewhere, yeah, the root. And well, it seemed to me that she's not in the best shape. Well, this is my first and only Paphiopedilum, so I'm not really sure how to take care of it. Well, but it started growing a new leaf. And no other news. So I'm watering it, you know, just how to say, I just check, you know, the weight of the pot, and if it seems to me, you know, that it is still heavy, so I don't water. Actually, this path, he's growing indoors, and I have one shelf with artificial lighting, so he's get this lighting. Actually, I can see that it reacts to the light, because he keeps turning its leaves depending on which side I'm turning it to the light. Well, so I don't know, I just hope that he likes the conditions. Then there is a phalaenopsis violacea. So she's continuing growing her flower spike. The roots are lovely. Yeah, from the side we cannot see much. And well, no new leaf. Once again, the root on the top starts drying out. Maybe I should sprinkle the sphagnum moss more often. And the biggest plant from this delivery, that was a phalaenopsis hieroglyphica. Wow, what a beauty! Make a little bit space. I will show you the roots. I'm sorry. Oh. I'll just check the roots. And it started producing a flower spike. To show you. Can you see it here? Well, I have reported it because it was falling down with its pot. And now he lives in orchiata bark with some sphagnum moss topping, peanuts, packing peanuts in the bottom, and here in the bottom of the cash bowl I keep leca beads, and when I water the orchid I let it to drain onto the leca beads. And so like this, you know, they keep the humidity, well, maybe a little bit more humid environment. Well, let's hope that it likes it. And the last one from this order, last but not least, this is a Cattleya tropical pointer. So I reported it recently because I have noticed the growth of new roots. Actually, I found well, quite a few dead, mushy, old roots. So I cut it, and actually she was left with 3 roots. And after reporting, it has passed already, I don't know, several weeks, 2 weeks maybe. And she keeps growing these roots. Yeah, this one is a little bit less. What surprises me is that its leaves, you know, they're a little bit wrinkly, like they would miss some humidity. And the new growth is growing quite fast. So these were the orchids 2 months after the delivery.